Okay, recording this video after close of trade Tuesday, 1st of July 2014. I hope you had a good day's trading today. So, want to recap this seasonal trade leading into the 4th of July, kind of working out quite nicely. But before getting onto those charts, just to say, got an email from Joe asking whether customers got more videos than the general public kind of coming to the Emini-Watch site, and the answer is no, not really. The daily updates, supposedly daily updates, are available to everybody. So, customers who bought the indicators are not seeing more of these daily videos than anybody else. It's just I've not posted very much to the site in the last several weeks. A couple of reasons for that. We've had some very quiet activity, particularly last week, and the week before that was kind of pretty stuck in the mud type stuff. Not a lot going on there, but I've also been taken in some other directions, and I'm working on a site redesign for Emini-Watch at the moment, and that is incredibly kind of time consuming. Hopefully it's kind of going to be fruitful and everybody's going to like it, but that's the kind of the reasoning behind all of this. Not much activity on the website, but there are 1100 posts on the site and dozens of pages, so there's plenty of stuff to go see and do if you have the time and you don't see anything from me. So let's get to some E-mini charts. We've actually had some decent volume and decent ranges over the last several days, so we've been kind of ticking above a million contracts a day, which is unusual, given what's been happening over the last several months. So that's kind of welcome activity, and the market's moving a lot, kind of smoother, I find, over the last several days. And then today we had a nice little kind of breakout day, 1.3 million contracts traded. I think top to bottom range was almost 20 points after a very quiet Monday though. And here we are in terms of this seasonality trade. And let me just zero in on this, and I'll reference back the video from last week saying that get ready, we've got one of these nice little kind of seasonal patterns kind of working out. The last one that we had was the tax time, 15th of April kind of dip. We get a little bit of a dip and a rally. The next one that I like is this lead up into the 4th of July long weekend, where we get a dip leading into a rally into the 4th of July. So 4th of July is on Friday this year, so Thursday is going to be pretty quiet, I'd imagine, and we've got the run up happening at the moment. Usually the sell-off is fairly decent. Last year it was decent. So this red line is just showing where these trades are happening. The blue line is just signaling where we were 253 kind of days ago relative to today. So this is what I'm expecting this V-shaped reversal going on here in the next several days. It's just going to be above the zero line, a little bit of kind of positive activity, but we've just had the big kind of spiky bar up and the big kind of positive 1% bar up, and that's why with today's activity that's the kind of the reading that we've got here. So when I put out the video, we were talking around here, I was saying we're going to get a little bit of a sell-off. I thought it'd be deeper than that. I thought we'd go for a little bit more, kind of get caught on the daily support on better sine wave, but the sell-off was hardly anything. We had one kind of decent sell day here, and then it got caught, and then the timing comes to the bottom of this kind of move kind of comes in, and the timing is right to get that little pop into the 4th of July, and we've got the beginnings of that happening today. Was kind of a decent day up today, and I think we're going to get a little bit of follow through for the next couple of days. No big kind of sell-offs as that kind of positive momentum, those kind of endorphins kind of get going into the 4th of July, and and the general public's kind of happy and all is good. So it's happening. The sell-off was very, very shallow, and today was kind of an example of the pop kind of happening. So there it is. In terms of the trend, you can see better X trend. We're just above this trailing support line all the way. So this is better X trend is based on exhaustion buying and selling volume to trail a stop. Remember that trending moves start and end with large volume, exhaustion volume. They kind of explosive volume to kind of get us going, and then exhaustion volume to end us off. So we're above this kind of trailing stop. This is the Dow chart. We're kind of heading up. Kind of breaking to new highs here. We've got the S&P nicely trailed this all the way up. That was the little kind of sell-off that we got into this last move. Big volume, exhaustion, sell down bar, caught at that level, came back up. So that was it in terms of the sell-off. This is the the E-mini contract based on the S&P. Same deal, trailing the stop up. And here's the weekly chart, again been a strong uptrend, trailing the stop up, and here's with the day session. That previous E-mini chart was day and night. This is just the day session trailing this thing up. And here's the Nasdaq, which we had a little bit of weakness here, but then it's just been explosive moves, breaking to new highs here and back to the Dow. So all of those charts on the trailing stops, we're still above there. We're trailing that stop up, and I'm expecting some strength the next couple of days. So how do you know when to get into a long trade? We had a nice one at the open today, and I'll show you that. So this is the 4,500 tip bar chart, which is my highest time frame day trading tip frame chart. I keep this beside my other ones, the 1,500 and 500. So this is the beginning and the end of Monday, beginning of Monday, end of Monday, beginning of the day session on Tuesday, end of the day session on Tuesday. So Monday was extremely quiet. We get a little bit of a breakout move here. It doesn't go anywhere. We don't break into a trend move here. We come back to test with amateur down bars here. So the amateurs are getting wrong-footed. They're going the wrong way. They're thinking, oh, we're going to break to new lows, to the lows of Monday. They're kind of leading the activity, trying to break to new lows. No, they got wrong-footed. All we're doing there is testing back into the low of that kind of breakout type blue professional bar there, and we kind of reverse and go the other way. Then we don't have enough puff to get us through into a trend move during Monday. We come back in again to test back into that breakout level, and as we're heading back down to test into that level, you can see the blue professional bars come in, cyclical support holds. So overnight we start to break to new highs here above resistance into a trend move. We know that this is going to be a good trend break because we've got the professionals buying a breakout here. We've tested it. We've come back in again, and the professionals step in again. They're buying these dips because we go above the highs of those blue professional bars. Remember, professionals were buying low and selling high. The amateurs are doing the reverse. The amateurs are looking for breakouts. They're selling low, expecting this to break to new lows, and they're buying highs, expecting to break to new highs. It will break to new highs when you have professional support, and we have professional support buying that dip there, bang, and it takes off the upside. The first time we see the blue professional bars kind of coming in, taking the first amount of profits is up here at 62 here, but we've still got to go make pullback to end of trend here by the end of the day, and we're up into the 70s by the end of the day, not with an exhaustion buy pattern up here yet. 1500 tip bar chart, you can see exactly the same thing into the close yesterday. Blue professional bars on the lows here. We break above the highs of that, and then the first move of the day is into a trend move where we go end off with pullback to end of trend with an exhaustion pattern here. Blue professional bars at the highs, exhaustion here. We're not going to roll over until we see a bearish divergence pattern here, and then the 11 a.m. window that I talk about. For a reversal day, we need to see things starting to roll over by 11 in the morning, and this is 11 in the morning, just coming up to here, at this point here, and we've really not started. We've seen a little fraction bit of weakness at the highs there, but no, we've not really rolled over. So by the end of the day, we've not rolled over, and we continue to break to new highs by the end of the day, and then there's some kind of big profit taking by the end of the day. But it wasn't a reversal day because we hadn't reversed by 11 a.m. window. So for me, what was I doing? I was getting long kind of right at the get-go, 57.75. We were breaking above these blue professional bars right at the beginning here. So jump in, expecting this thing to continue till we get this pattern with pullback to end of trend exhaustion. I should have moved my target out. I just captured 4 on the way up, out at 61.75, and we've not seen an exhaustion pattern or this pullback to end of trend. But for me, I'm happy with my 4 out in 35 minutes or so. It's a one shot, one kill. Psychologically that's good to get a winner under your belt. You don't need to do anything more. Just gird your loins and get ready for the next day. So that's the setup for that, and it kind of plays in nicely with this seasonal activity. So the forecast for the next few days is kind of a little bit positive, a little bit of a neutral day. On what is that, Thursday? Well, Thursday is going to be very quiet, I'd imagine, because everybody's kind of getting ready for 4th of July. But anyway, so there we go. Seasonal trade kind of working out to plan. So I hope you traded it well and kind of got on board this little bit of strength that we had today. Okay, just long 57.75, long 57.75. Bit slow starting the video recording. And the reason I'm getting long, because we're in an uptrend. Let's just checking my stops and targets. So, yesterday, really shallow pull back this whole business into the seasonal low. And yesterday blue professional bars the end of the day came back in, held this, so amateur down bars. Next time we came back into kind of 50-51s, blue professional bars kind of step in. Here we go, we're just breaking away into exhaustion pattern 6,000. Here we go, here we go. So we're in an uptrend. We've been racing away off that. We had pullback to under trend pre-open, but we didn't have exhaustion patterns until this kind of going on. So 59.60. So around a whole number at 60. So it's going to be a little bit of messing around. But we haven't seen blue professional up bars even here on 500. So this little dip down blue professional bars kind of step in. So come on, let's get that blow off move. Alright, here we go. We just had a little trouble going through 59s, but amateur down bar followed by blue professional bar. So amateur's getting short, getting out too early, then the professionals step in. We know they stepped in because we broke above the high of it, kind of getting going. So we had a decent reading, I think it was 6,000, something like that here. It wasn't a blow off reading, no blue professional up bars on 1500 yet. So Rambo pattern, so being kind of led by the amateurs, getting a little bit of weakness after that. We should continue through until we get those blue professional bars and 8,000 type readings on 1500. So busting above this resistance takes into another trending move on the way up. So first one here, we fall off a little bit. It just means the end of that trending move, and then we go through a little bit of cyclical activity, and now we're busting into more trending activity. Come on, we just broke up to there. I'm looking for 61.75. Well, we're having trouble getting through 59.5, but it's amateur down bar, so it's not professional activity there. The amateurs are trying to short it too early. We have a little bit of a cluster here of blue professional bars stepping in after that. We need to break the highs. So just on this time frame, bit of exhaustion, bearish divergence, but it's not played itself out fully yet. Certainly not in a hurry to sell off, but we just need them as a little gathering pattern just for a final push. 842, we got PMI manufacturing at 845, and we got ISM manufacturing at 9. So we could just be waiting for that as a final little bump. So we're hardly up, just a point up after entry at 7 3/4. Yeah, softening. Alright, here we go. Got one PMI number out. Blue professional down bar, and we were breaking above the highs of that. So come on, let's get above 9s, 59s. And you can see better sine wave starting to roll over here. We're in an uptrend. Above resistance here, bang, and then this will wrap around to make a final kind of pullback to end of trend signal, but we need that with blue professional up bars, exhaustion, 8,000 type reading. There's some better momentum here. So we're back up to 9.5's previous high. Let's bust through that, come on. I'm taking its time. It was nice and fluid to start with, and then it just got stuck in this congestion zone. Alright, here we go, looking for 61.75. All of a sudden we busted through some stops here. Bang, 51s. Blue professional up bars starting to come in, 8,000 type reading. So just looking for another little push up. Blue professional up bar through 1500. Be a nice place to be taken out. Come on, come on. Alright, just been settling back. We almost got there. But we got another push going on, so amateur down bars. Really it was, one particular kind of blue professional bar hunting through the 60 level. Wasn't a whole bunch taking profits. That was a big reading at 8,000, but it wasn't enough for an exhaustion pattern. And blue professional bar was kind of on the way up. But we got to see more. So this is going to come in, the support, cyclical support here, a little bit of pullback and an uptrend going on. So coming up to the ISM manufacturing number at 9. I don't think the PMI one was any good, but you know, any news is kind of good news the way this market rolls. So come on, 61.75, another push up. Well, wasn't good whatever happened there in terms of ISM. Market sold off, but it's not over on the upside. Amateurs leading the way. A bit of a Rambo to Rambo channel here. You know, we came back up again, really close to target 61.75, but I'm holding out for it. Sold off into Rambo patterns. So the amateurs leading the way here. We still got cyclical supports kind of coming on 1500 and hold today. Keep us going, pull back into trend. We haven't seen enough exhaustion patterns on the way up. It was bullish divergence there from this exhaustion sell. So it was a decent amount of selling, but here we go. So amateur down bar stuff, all this Rambo. So coming back up, I'm just still looking for 61.75 for that final blow off move. Decent exhaustion patterns. Bingo, take it out. Excellent, but there is going to be more in it. That's interesting. That was just a bot signal, bearish bot signal, just went off here. I should be moving the target out because it's going to, here we go, reach that kind of exhaustion type readings, pull back to end of trend. But anyway, happy with that. 4 points, bit of a squirrely type move to get there, but finally we got it. So good. So 9:06 AM Chicago time. It's just gone midnight here, Sydney, Australia. And it's a Rambo up bar here. Alrighty, good.